Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Jungler starting on same sides of the map. With Azir getting early push, I think there could be an angle for Aki to maybe look for something early on. He is going for a bit of a modified clear, giving himself an option onto either of his solo lanes. Seeing that battle for level 2 go on here between our two bottom lanes.
NIP are going to win that battle, as Kyle is going to be the one engaged on, but Fluid's Legend do end up hitting level 2. A fourth shot goes down as well as a roof, but he still wants in. The cleanse gets used, has to flash away, but going to follow up his hope, and the fourth shot lands. It's first blood going over anyone's legend, and now they're going to look for PP God next. He's got nowhere to go, as Hope will finish him off with a fourth shot too.
Let's go. All right, well, when we talked about before...
All right, it's time to rip it. You really have nothing to lose here. Things have already gone bad. He engages on Tarzan, lagging behind. PP God's forced to flash away. Aki takes big damage on the church. Now the knockup goes.
Leaf is dead.
Who's got no summoners. I mean, this is just a disaster right now. Flandra's going to flash after Aki. What the hell's going on, Alk Battery? Anyone's Legends are just crushing NIP.
Yeah, like, PP God is level 2 still. He walks up, tanks the turret. He can only tank 2 autos, and they don't even have enough damage. Flandra getting the scrap shield does enough. He ends up living. That's another 2 kills going over to anyone's legend, and hell, they are the expected favorites, but...
Oh, Kyle.
Oh my god.
Kyle is dead. What the... Okay.
Alright,
You know,
gotta
ends up being much ado and about nothing there, but Shanks doing well to keep mid control.
Okay, so using the flash and the ultimate, obviously not great. They're going to try and see if they can make this die, but the minion wave, not great. Deadly Flourish is down.
Yeah, he's cooked. No shot. Fourth shot coming through. Hope is now 3-0. And these ninjas are in footy pajamas, man, because every move they make, they're just slipping.
Yeah.
See how adventurous he wants to be down there if he's seeing ghosts. Meanwhile, they're looking to make NIP into ghosts. Skyel coming through as well as Tarzan. They're pinching solo kill, who is quite low. First couple of minions are going to go down and flash forward with the taunt as well. Pantheon ultimate coming through too. They managed to make it a 1-for-1 for right now, but then set their sights on Aki, who is going to do well to try to protect himself, but he manages to get rooted. Takes some more damage, but will be able to walk out, as it looks like grubs are on the menu for AL.
What is... So leave, instead of moving down, okay, yeah, he just missed an entire plate for himself. I have a lot of questions. I feel like Leaf should have been hitting this turret the entire time. He does not have enough movement speed to ever get close to mid, especially not having any boots. Doesn't have the Yomus early, so he should be really focused on hitting this, as right now we're seeing NIP. I'm just surprised there was no Galio ultimate. As soon as the Deadly Flourish is used and there's no minion wave there, that should be, you know, Galio trying to escort himself way back out of the mid lane, the top side here.
Okay, they're going to try to make a quick play onto Aki here. He gets knocked up and he will go down, but Galio coming through with a big 3-man taunt as well. Good damage and the perfect execution from Doinby getting that kill. Tarzan getting a little low, but Hope is still relatively healthy. He'll get hooked up and they swat Doinby down. Tarzan looking to walk out, but Leave is in the area. Solo kill will take that one for himself. Gotta feel bad if you're Leave.
I mean, you just used a ton of summoner spells. Leave, walked all the way from the bottom lane, moved into mid. That kind of moves from side lanes inward towards an objective, towards the mid lane, and AL can just kind of play on 2 lanes. Very easy to gain push on a side lane with a Rumble. Have Azir and Jhin kind of sit in mid lane so that they always have priority. They can even move the Jhin around, especially with this Yomu's build that we've been seeing recently.
Oh, PP God is in a lot of trouble. Aki is coming through. Try to keep them away. They're going to land the hook on Kyle, and Kyle going to go down to Leave here. Comes on from kill as well. They're on to Tarzan as NIP make a nice team play there to grab a couple of kills.
Yeah, that's exactly. You can kind of see that AL were a little afraid. They're like, okay, we know Aki is here. We know that Leave is sitting in mid. Is this fight on PP God real? And it doesn't even have the Galio heroic entrance. So solo kill's able to walk on through. They did get the teleport out from Doinby, but I think considering the fact that you're able to at least pick up 2 kills, as well as the first dragon in the game, finally we're getting some semblance of a game from NIP, who, again, we said the name of the game for them is push, try to find any kind of advantage, try to find a team fight. And I think that's also why we see Aki and PP God constantly together in this game.
Oh, they're going to walk right into this, but guess what? The Galio coming in to try to save the day. Taunt lands on the backside. There's Doinb2, but Flandre rolls out the red carpet for them as they start to burn away. The health bars are low, but it's so hard to take them down. Leave can't grab a kill. Rook goes down on the Nautilus.
No,
Now
Leave.
Shanks gets on top of Leave. And just like that, okay, at least NIP get one on the back half, but Aki's going to get burned alive too. That is a 4-for-1 in favor of anyone's legend.
Just right there again.
We put at least a little bit more gold in his pocket. Could have changed the complexion of the fight, I don't think so, but certainly would have felt a little bit better as the Rift Herald gets taken by anyone's legend up on the top side in exchange for the turret that Solo Kill picked up. First turret of the game.
I feel like, you know, part of this game would actually feel a lot better for NIP if they actually were able to get any of the grubs, because AO have not really been able to take very many structures. They've gotten some good chip damage down. Obviously, we talked about top lane when we saw that Hope and Kyle made that early swap, but now with 3 grubs, you're letting an Azir get to level 13, get closer and closer to what looks to be a Rift Maker here, second item from him. He's going to have so much HP. This is fine. AL, they haven't started at the Dragon. I really feel NIP should not be trying to contest this, but I can see that there's a little bit of trepidation there. Doinb is now waiting with teleport. He is coming on through with a massive flank, as well as his Pantheon ult.
All right, we're going to go all the way in. Taunt coming down, but Hope is free hitting right now. Aki is going to fall. Doinb on the backside, going in on a Flandre, but pushed away by Shanks. He's in and gets a kill, but won't be able to take down Shanks as he falls. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Hope is going to open up this curtain call as NIP have a couple of numbers, but the snipe by Hope. Leave with a sidestep, trying desperately to get away from Hope, and he will be able to. And when the dust settles off battery, it ends up being...
You're missing a ton of summoner spells. You're missing a lot of those big teamfight ultimates that we wanted to see from ninjas in pajamas.
Okay, well, Leave might be called out here as Tarzan is just going to run him down. Kyle gets credit for the kill as they're ready for this dragon fight. It's secured by NIP, but a nice equalizer coming out from Flandre. Even if the team can't save him, he'll be damn sure that they can avenge him as PP God goes down next. Doinb caught up against the wall and he falls. Solo kill, finding it hard to try to get away from these guys as Kyle is going to stun him. Tarzan's going to go in and they will dive this turret because they don't have enough damage to do a damn thing to anyone's legend. A 4-for-1 for AL.
All right, well, NIP, they got the dragon, but not looking good. Doinb doesn't have teleport. He is on the other side of the map right now.
He is sprinting his way up. We'll see if he's able to get there by the time the fight actually breaks out. That answer is a no, as Kyle's going to get engaged on first change to corrupt.
Oh!
Shanks on the backside serves him up, and now they're going to turn on to Aki here, who gets knocked up, and he is caught between a rock and a hard place. Solo kill goes in, and he put himself on the wrong side of the wall, but hey, maybe him and Doinb can make some magic happen. Doinb initially getting knocked away and getting knocked up and going down. The perfect execution. He's the one who gets executed, and that is an ace for anyone's legend as they go back to Aki.
We are just restarting the Otacon now. This game is cooked.
Yep.
Poor laning.
And they tried the turret dive, and it went even worse for them. That's when you knew it was going to be impossible, and now anyone's legend to put the cherry on top. Tarzan has gone a little too far in. However, he is doing a great job to survive as Hope will show up. That equalizer goes down. Tarzan finally falls, but the health bars are just so damn low. And guess who joins the fight? It's Shanks to grab a double for himself. Hope will get the last kill here. It is another ace for anyone's legend. 31 kills in 22 minutes. They're just having a ball out here.
I want to thank you, AL. Please just make this game quick, because we have seen them lose against the most random teams of all time. They lose a series to FPX, 2-1 in favor of FPX. They lose a series to JDG, who still looks like they're on a bit of a wobbly kind of start to their, or back end of their season. A series up against Weiba that looks dominant. They lose
Meta
to
change and everything. They've just tumbled down. They're not able to reclaim their former glory. And, you know, at the end of the year, maybe we're just like, hey, you remember when Doinb got player of the split? You know, when he got the MVP for Split 1. You remember when?
Especially for Group Ascend. The fact that they got 18 games, a bunch of best of threes, 2 series versus each of the Group Ascend teams has really, I think, leveled up all of these 10 teams. And 3.5 item Azir, 11-0, 3.5 item Jhin. Please, if we can't take Baron, this is already very good. Doinb's getting engaged upon, but he should be out with perfect execution. Teleport from behind.
Yep, here we go. Curtain call coming out, and down goes Onivia, but here comes the Galio. Big double knockup. Shanks has gone golden. He's going to be able to flash away from the taunt. Kyle will fall, but here comes Flandra on the side with that equalizer, cooking him up. Solo kill dodging out on the roof of Flandra, and Shanks want more. They're going to look to chase him down. Double taunt from Solo kill. He'll be able to at least walk back into his base, but there's not going to be much to walk back to. As anyone's legend will ping the Baron.
No minion waves. Let's just go Baron. Let's go take this one. We're probably not ending this game for another like 3 or 4 minutes. So Dragon spawns and Yanni. This is exactly the kind of level of play that I think we should expect from our second place team. AL probably not going to be able to get first as Leave. You just use both of your summoners, buddy. Sorry, man. You're just gonna die. 35-17. Like, I'm looking at the series score. You can see for AL, it's 4 items, I should say. And then there's a completed Zonius here for Shanks. Hope even has a completed Maw of Malmortius. This guy literally is going to take no damage from NIP. And hell, Leaf finally hit 3 items, but I'm playing against a crit marksman. I'm so afraid. I'm down 5,000 gold to Hope.
Just a little bit of damage put down onto Kyle and paid off in spades back at PP God as 2 inhibitors have fallen. As the minions will pour into the base, these Baroned up minions going to be very hard for NIP to actually clear out. Tarzan's going to flash forward, not going to get much there. Doinby going to try to make it to the back line there. He gets knocked up. He's still going hard for Hope there, but Kyle will save his carry. Meanwhile, on the other side, Flandra cooking up Solo kill. It's going to be Shanks who gets the credit for those. On the backside, Aki falls, and game 1 goes to anyone's legend.
Oh, hell yeah, it goes to AL. 40-17. 17, almost 18,000 gold lead and starting to get towards, which was, this is a team for NIP that are so focused on trying to fight that I think while giving Solo kill agency in a side lane, I just don't know if it's going...
As you mentioned, that big investment, I mean, it's just better served to go mid lane at that point. I think everything was going to be A-okay no matter what. That might not be okay. Our Shanks, he is forced to flash away, and he will be able to survive.
Okay, but pretty good chunk coming in from Leave and the rest of NIP. We're going to try and stop Aki here.
That was nice to stop Aki's Q. He was already forced to flash. Now they're going to chase him down. Going to knock him back over with the seismic shove, and Tarzan gets first blood.
Wow, okay. Well, that could have...
Skirmish-based ultimate. So it looks like he'll just go for the grubs that have now spawned. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Aki will go and take the dragon away as the whole time gets placed. Thrown down, PP got taken very low, with no follow-up damage.
I love how aggressive that was, though. Like, maybe if there was another auto, if maybe they had a little bit more damage onto PP God, but, I mean, they just said, look, you don't have heal, or you don't have flash, you don't have the ultimate, so, oh, well, let's just try to rip it here. So, it's going to be a trade of the objectives. I still think that giving 3 grubs over to AL is a little risky, but look at that Hope. He's getting closer and closer to that Bloodthirster, and that's going to be the most annoying part of the game to play.
Yeah, once he gets there, it's going to be so hard for NIP to actually take him down because they have such a lack of damage. And here we go, looking for a little bit of a fight here. PP got forced to flash away, but Tarzan is chasing after him. PP Got's Pop Blossom going to land the knockup, but Leave hopped over the wall, and now he's stuck. He had to use his ultimate. Now he's got to burn his flash. Well, then first Tarzan takes him away from you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon spawns in 40 seconds here. Maybe there's a play, but like they're wasting so much time, and now Aki shows.
Oh, goodness. PP God's just dying on the side. Now we're going to get a full engage onto Shanks here, but he flashes away and he finds the kill. And now Kyle is going to peel Aki off him. The charm going to come out too. But Shanks, he's running out of
dead.
Room. He finds a double kill. Doinby actually can't take him down. And Shanks is able to make out like a bandit. What a play by anyone's legend. And NIP caught napping.
What is Aki doing?
Has not grown that much for anyone's legend. But we'll be doing so soon, I'd imagine, with the way they're getting strong. Shanks picking up those 2 kills. Bullet time landing flush onto Leave because he had no jump. Dragon going to be secured for Tarzan here. And then
we're getting a turret on the bottom side. Potentially even diving Solo kill here.
Yeah, this could be big disaster. Tarzan and Kyle going to pull this wave. Waiting for their wave to come in. Meanwhile, Leave going to engage in the mid lane here. Take a lot of damage, but deal quite a bit back. Teleport coming in as they're going to pull the trigger onto Solo kill. The knockups are there. Solo kill trying to survive, and he will be able to do so. And now Doinby is going to look for Shanks, that Arcane Storm, dealing good damage, but not actually able to lock him down.
Wow, you want to know how Solo kill actually lived there? He used his last rites and it was on the Wukong clone, so it counts as dealing max percentage. The rest of the gang are going to move up into Scion and try to do something.
All right, they're going to walk over this pink ward, so Flandre is very aware that they are there. Will shout cowards as he runs away. Meanwhile, Leave and solo kill. We'll split the gold on this turret. Going to see Rift Herald get dropped in the mid lane as the bot lane turret goes over to Shanks. So anyone's legend will go from having 0 towers to 2 in the blink of an eye. Maybe look for a second crash as well, as Doinby is the only one here.
Shanks is looking. He's going to send the wall over. It's just going to be them taking another turret here. And they can still move over to the dragon. So AL say, anything you can do, I could do better here. And AL, instead of focusing the dragon, recognizing that that's not really the real objective here, stopping them from using Otacon, stopping them from potentially forcing is going to be the play right now for us. We have no ultimates on our solo lanes. Let's just make sure that we have at least some vision that we're feigning control on this top side.
Dragon started up for anyone's legend as they look to cap off their 3 turret play. With that, about a 3,000 gold lead, give or take. IP not able to get much on the other side, but showed the power of their comp when it comes to turret destruction, with solo kill and Leave taking out that top one, despite the fact that it looks like it's still standing.
All right. Flandre teleported down to this bottom lane wave. Solo kill will have a teleport advantage in about 15 to 20 seconds time. They're going to start up this Otacon. Kael in the area. Shanks in the area. There is no ultimate from Shanks. And Flandre currently stuck under his turret. So they were seeing if they could maybe squeeze a summoner spell, maybe get an engagement coming out from anyone's legend. But instead, it's just going to be a full farm fest. It's going to be them trying to pick up more of those items. And we talked about how important it was for NIP to get to 2 and 3 items, but their opponents are a little bit ahead of the curve here. You know, it's a 2,000 gold lead here for Tarzan over his opponent. 1,000 for this Talia. So already very difficult to kill with both Leandri's and this Seraph's Embrace.
Yeah, Tarzan going to spike really hard on 2 items as well once he gets there. So that'll be something to watch out for in these fights. But Doinby hitting that 10th stack of Rout of Ages, so now he'll be the full level ahead of Shanks. Will be something to note as he crests toward level 16 and gets the final point in that Arcane Storm. As things are still going steadily okay for NIP. They're not out of it yet. They're getting to those items, as you said. Really important for them to not let the gold lead get any worse.
Honestly, commendations go out to Aki and PP They had a really rough start to this game and have really at least been able to slow down their bad plays and getting picked out. So makes it very easy for an NIP to kind of scale and slowly take part in this game. Finally, we're going to be seeing a turret here for solo kill. It's going to be the Otacon started. It's going to be Scion ulting just to make sure he's here. Solo kill does have teleport. How much more, and can NIP contest?
4,000. It's getting lower as the Weaver's Wall comes in to try to split the gap here. 2,000, 1,000. And it goes over to anyone's legend without any contest.
I feel like if we were just posturing there and mostly just trying to make sure that solo kill gets this would have been fine.
Wait.
Solo kill actually can find this.
Oh no! Shanks! Shanks is in trouble. He's going to get the shield coming out from that Seraphs and will be forced to flash away. So no summoners on. He has started the dragon. He's currently on vision right now. The dragon is
Shanks will be late. Shanks will be late. It'll be him taking control of the mid wave, and we need to see how AL actually take control of space and set up Hope, because a lot of these bullet times have just been him walking up and just, just straight up ulting onto one target here. He's getting leashed.
Weaver's Wall coming through. Leave is going to be cut off for right now. It's Aki and it's Doinby onto this dragon. It's secured by Tarzan, and Kael is going to flash forward. Is going to knock up Doinby, but Kael's got to get out of there, and he's going to go down. PP God going to look to buy some space. Does find the Pop Blossom, but ends up going down. Meanwhile, Leave trying to hop onto Flandre there. Solo kill, and his ghouls are going to chase him down. He's stuck in the cage, and he's not doing just fine. His health bar is whittling down, but here comes Tarzan with the knockups coming through with the full time. Doinby's gone golden, but he's getting ripped apart. They managed to find Tarzan as Flandre's dead body is trying to find Doinby. Meanwhile, Shanks and Hope getting very low. Flash forward, a solo kill is looking to finish him off with the Maiden, with the ghouls, with the double kill. Big play from Solo Kill. It will go the way of NIP. Slow and steady may win the race here in this one, Alk Battery. As I don't even know if this Chemtech sold.
It's a full completed item. Hope has 2.5 items right now. Leave has 4. This Tristana is a scaling beast. Little bit of ways from that really strong laner that we had saw in years past. Weaver's wall is going to come in.
Okay,
I don't know what Shanks is doing here.
Shanks is completely alone. He is going to go golden. Maybe some hope here to make things a little bit easier. Speaking of hope, his ultimate not able to actually land. Shanks getting very low. The shields is no longer burning, so be alive for now, but not great coming out from anyone's Legend to solo kill. Up on the top side, doing his thing.
You can see how hard it is for Kyle to actually find any kind of play. Anytime he wants to go into the quickness or the Grand Entrance, Lee just hits him with a buster shot. And that right there, oh no, leave!
Oh, leave, big mistake here, but Hope went back in and ends up dying, and it ends up being a 1-for-1. Teleport coming in from Flandre. As anyone's Legend know that they do not have a whole lot of opportunities, and they're going to try to use him here. Doinby trying to walk away. Victor, ever since he embraced the Arcane, able to walk away a little bit easier. Now looking for a turnaround as Kyle going to hop back over to Shanks. Aki maybe looking for a way in, is going to go over the wall. Doinby up in the face.
No.
Is going to go golden. Bit of a mispositioning here. Getting a lot of good damage in as solo kill is alone with Shanks. Shanks has nowhere to go. The knockup is there, but it doesn't matter. He's going to fall. They do find Doinby on the other side. Kyle trying to slide away as solo kill is wreaking absolute havoc. Tarzan caught on the wrong side of the tracks. He's got to try to contend with Aki for right now, and he's trying to get closer. Knockup, not there for Kyle. He gets absolutely stuffed. The taunt onto solo kill, but it doesn't matter. The Maiden did so much work, and now the minions there too. Flandre forced to flash away to get out of jail, and somehow
AL, the team fight isn't all quite there, and while we had questions for NIP in the early game, AL did not advance the game in a more meaningful amount, and so now they're going to have to come to reckon with the fact that NIP are part of the reason that it's been so hard is Kyle has not really been able to find a fight. They're going to make a pick on the solo kill. They're giving up Baron for this, though.
That's a big ass. Solo kill going to heal up quite a bit. Shanks is going to throw as many rocks as he can, but guess what? Your shield is starting to go down. The minions, the Maiden, doing a whole lot. You need to kill him. You finally do. The Maiden will bleed out. It means that Shanks will be able to escape, but as you said, that Baron will go over to the side of NIP. Well, Flandre is going to drop his ultimate down, trying to go after somebody here, but the Baron and powered recalls mean they will be able to escape.
All right, AL, they try to make a cross-map play there. They invest the teleport.
What it does, it allows Elder to come up, right? And that means that, hey, maybe you can stake the game on an Elder flip. Might be staking the game on a PP God pick here. Shanks is going to go all the way in. Shanks is going to have to go golden. There goes the Pop Blossom. PP God going to do the same. Aki gets into the back line right on top of Hope. Health bars are getting low. Doinby's Arcane Storm looking to rip him apart. Flandre trying to join the fight, but he just can't. Hope in the face of everyone, but Hope gets extinguished as Kyle with the bomb on top of his head will die. Leaf will hop over again, looking for more. Tarzan just an auto attack away from popping that GA, but he continues to rifle away as the rest of his team will bring in this Baron up wave Ulk battery. 2 members down on anyone's Legend. It is a 5v3 as NIP looking for the death push.
They've got the Maiden as well with this Baron. How much more can NIP go for? It's this top side of anyone's Legend is going to try and make the defense of a lifetime here. NIP, they're going to be dissuaded. It took a single minion wave. They said, okay, never mind. You put too much of a fight. We're out. We're going to leave. We're going to go right down to the bottom lane. We're going to take our dragon here. And that'll mean that NIP will also put themselves at Dragon Soul Point. That means that we are now going to the 7th Legendary Dragon. And NIP, they are fighting for every single chance here to win this game. Again, NIP, 9th right now in the standings. Game wins for them.
2 out of 3 really, really strong games.
We'll have to see. Need to see NIP closes out. Should be a fairly easy one for them to close out, all things considered. Solo kill is just so deadly ever since he hit 2 and 3 items. And no one from AL have really been
waiting to see who's going to show up for anyone's Legend. Nobody has so far. Meanwhile, the Baron has been eviscerated by NIP. So again, it's going to be a Baron for solo kill trade here. The question is, are you actually going to be able to get him? Because guess what? He's got a Thornmail. He is tough to kill. And they won't be able to do so.
And now they've just lost out on so much of their map. Solo kill recognizing as soon as they're not showing around the Baron, hell, they're going to be somewhere around here. So Baron lives. That's a massive part of the kit here. NIP are going to continue to cut off mid and top waves and then set themselves up. Dragon Soul in a minute and a half. Finally, the finale, potentially, to this game. One that has started off so slow. One that NIP have been slowly nickel and diming their opponents around. And it is going to come down to these solo lanes. Obviously, Leave with a big part in this game, being 5,000 gold up on his lane counterpart at the time being. And now having a Guardian Angel, this game only just gets harder right now for AL to play.
I think it's a great way to put it. Off battery, nickel and diming them. It's been death by 1,000 cuts for anyone's legend, and right now they are damn near exsanguinated. As NIP looking to finish them off, but anyone's legend looking to force the fight. The Pop Blossom comes through. Doinby's Arcane Storm doing a lot of damage, but guess what? He's on the wrong side. He's going golden, but here comes Aki trying to get a priority targets. Hope going to get a good ultimate off, but I don't think it's enough. Aki's starting to get very low, and the Guardian Angel will get pop.
But look at Leave.
He's full HP. He's got a Guardian Angel. He's got a gun, and he's ready to use it, although ends up being a fight win so far for the side of anyone's legend. They go 2 for 1. But the question is, can you keep it up? Leave is still so damn healthy right now. Flandre will be able to knock him up, but now Leave is going to hop over the wall. Leave is forced to flash away, but he manages to find Kyle anyway, and now he's looking for more. Flandre, it doesn't matter how much health you have. Leave has the weaponry. Tarzan going to be forced into the GA. Leave with another nice sidestep here, and now he wants Shanks, but he gets interrupted on the hop, and now he's forced into his GA. Solo kill, still so damn tanky, and Shanks is dead. A nice Flandre ultimate, but the Buster shot will keep Leave and PP God alive for right now as the base is in tatters. The minions are pouring in. They do find Leave, but solo kill trying to do the most right now. The ghouls are chasing down Tarzan all the way to the fountain. The base, the Nexus turrets are...
It's going to be a 4v5 teleport advantage for Shanks in 10 seconds, and Leave is not going to be here at all.
Doinby knows Zonia is either for at least a couple of moments. See how this fight progresses. They want to go in. Knockup is there. Onto Doinby. They don't really have the damage. Here comes the teleport. PP God's Pop Blossom lands onto 2. And that means Kyle is going to die. Hope is caught in the cage and goes down. But there's the ultimate from Tarzan. Good damage. Solo kill. Trying to sustain himself through. But he falls too. But look at the base Hulk battery. Look at the base. The minions are pouring in. You can see the pings on it. Anyone's legend can't take this dragon. Shanks has to go all the way back. The first Nexus turret is going to fall. The second Nexus turret still on half HP. Shanks has to do emergency cleanup work here as Leaf makes his way over to this dragon. Doinby has started this up. PP God still in the area, still relatively healthy. Tarzan wants to get in. He does have the smite available. 5,000 HP, 4,000
Buster
HP.
shots coming up.
He's going to slide into the pit. He's going to go for it. He's going to secure the soul, but he is going to give his soul for it. And now Flandre caught in a 3v1, trying to use his ultimate, but he's blocked by Doinby. Can't find the knockup on anybody. His Leaf is just rifling away with auto attacks, going and going and going and going and going as Doinby and PP God continue to keep Flandre locked down, and he will finally fall. There are no Nexus turrets left standing. There is no Tarzan for 40 seconds. There will be no Flandre.
Leave. I feel like you didn't really need to go for these Raptors right now. I think you should be looking to pressure. Kyle trying to find a flank play.
Go. You have to do it. You have to try to kill Doinby, but he goes golden. Leave has no mana left. It's very hard for him to get in here. That Arcane Storm dealing good damage, but here comes the cavalry, right? Here comes Aki showing up to the party. Solo kill is in tow. Weaver's Wall coming in just to try to buy time. Tarzan is up. Flandre in 15, but remember there are no Nexus turrets left standing. Doinby, Aki, Leave, solo kill, the entire squad. PP God now bringing up the rear as Shanks is down to half HP, and the chunks onto the Nexus turrets. We are going to game 3. Really good for Leave, and again, just try to play to that win condition of this late game area. Give them plenty of protection.
Wow, jungle camp's way. And the wave, not quite there yet. All right, Leave PP God, I believe.
All right, they're looking to make the play this time. Tarzan ready and raring to go. They're trying to find a way onto PP God here, and they do. It's going to be first blood going over to Hope.
Doinby gets canceled. I don't think it's going to matter all that much. Might be an extra wave that Doinby's actually going to be missing out on this bottom side, as this is going to be the trade of objectives with AL, at least pushing a lot of...
too, right?
Yes.
Where anyone's legend had this early lead and really weren't able to do anything with it. Now, they do have a chance to right their wrongs. They're going to try to pull the trigger here onto Aki, who gets bursted out, knocked up, and falls. Here comes the hostile takeover. This is going to land on the PP God, but not going to do a whole lot more than that. Teleports coming in and going out as Flandra will leave. Doinby is here to join the party. Tarzan trying to take him away, but solo kills on the backside. Trying to deal with the Shank. He's forced to flash away. Tarzan in the front line taking a lot of damage himself as they go back on this dragon. 3,000 HP, and Tarzan is getting lower, but they're trying to do what they can to keep people away. Solo kill in the back, and the dragon goes over to AL as Leave is low. Big damage coming through, and PP God trying to slip out the back, and he has to run away. Doinby doesn't really have a lot of blinking health bars here for anyone's legend, but no one who can come up clutch for the kills as Flandra gets the turret on the top side.
Really great play coming in from AL, and if we get a replay,
would it be their survivability or anyone's legend in action is a question. Anyone's legend certainly looking to put more action here as Leave gets chunked out so hard. Finally seeing Flandra move around toward the team here, get good damage in. This turret is quite low. Anyone's legend should be able to pick this one up without an issue. Shanks over on the side is in the honeymoon period with Beishuan, but that team is incredibly strong. So is Flandra, up about 2,000 gold. Flash away and sidestep the Sejuani ultimate. They put so much pressure on him that anyone's legend push in the bot lane and push in the mid lane.
They gave up so much for this. They put 4 people. Doinby teleported for this play. I don't think Leave is dying here, but I mean, they just gave up the entire map for this. And what, for a single top lane turret with objective bounties? I'm sure they changed objective bounties. They made them a lot richer to try to grab, but I think this is a miserable play for NIP. Yeah, and they're still not able to grab anything. That's more damage on the mid inhibitor. AL are going to push for a second tier 2.
They lost so much. This was horrific, Alt Battery. I mean, congratulations.
They reached 3, though. 3 is the big magic number. Infinity Edge for Leave is kind of that big breaking point, kind of how we saw them win some of those games up against BLG and top.
IP on the way. We have a back from solo kill, which means he should be ready to teleport in. Otacon down to about 6,000 HP.
But look at Lucian and Emilio. They're nowhere nearby.
Yeah, not even close. It gets you punted out. Aki, not even close. Otacon. Someone on NIP mispositioning, right? Tarzan's going to have to go make a play. Kyle's going to have to hit another really nice handshake. Going to trade turrets. Bottom tier 1 for top tier 2
but,
split.
You know, Doinby's like, hey, come on. I need some of this.
No, you don't, Doinby. You got 2 items. You got your Oblivion Orb. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Yep, you should have gone plates in mid.
Up this Baron, it's going to be really difficult for NIP to try to take this one away.
Can he steal it?
All right, Aki, he's going to go for it. Didn't have a hope or a prayer. Shanks looking to maybe get in there, but NIP
from Flandra puts him at 50% HP. That's a huge investment from them. And Dragon Soul spawning in a minute and a half for AL.
Very worrisome for NIP, and AL will finally break the siege of NIP's base, as the mid inhibitor turret will fall. Shanks continuing to put up the pressure there as the rest of anyone's legend head back to this bottom lane to do it all over again. Don't really have a ton of range here. Soap is just trying to land a pot shot or two, along with this cannon minion getting a couple as his turret gets whittled down to half
really TPing 10 feet outside of his base just to make sure that they're here for this play.
25 seconds until this dragon is up. You have a little bit of heal cut in the form of Doinby and Aki if they decide to hit him. Leave chunked to have HP. Tarzan finds Leave, and the ghost of Leave pass could be problematic. His positioning's been poor. He hops over the wall.
Oh my God, Leave!
Finds Zeri moment. Leave is still alive. Shanks off to the side. Leave is forced out. Shanks once in. Doinby trying to keep them away as the health bars start getting lower and lower. Another big Q coming through, and AL have to lick their wounds, but they head toward that dragon.
Yeah, Tarzan's still alive. Flandra's full HP. Doimi's going to have to teleport. Leave's going to be nowhere near this. And can Aki finally smite steal versus Tarzan?
He's got to be the hero. He's got no flash.
That's it.
But guess what? This dragon gets melted. Ocean
Aki
Soul
has smite. He has no flash. It'd be a one-way trip for him.
It's going to be so hard against the Rend as well, but he's not going to even try it. They said we can deal with the siege once, we can deal with the siege again. A risky problem.
All right, Leave takes another third of his HP from a single shock blast. AL, they're going to force themselves in. They get the inhibitor now. A minute and a half before Elder. I cannot believe 6 kills in a 30.
Sure, you got that middle inhibitor, but it's not going to do that much for you. Still have 35 seconds of Baron. but I don't think they're really going to be able to use it.
Okay, yeah, all this Baron is really useful for right now is making sure that you have priority, and with the inhibitor down in mid, that is going to be way easier. AL, I'm looking at the side lanes though. NIP, they are just deathballing right now. They are dropping so many waves on the sides. Top lane pushing for AL, bottom lane pushing for AL as well. But look at Leave. 5 items, Bloodthirster completed. He has to be able to carry them, and he has been such a large portion of this team's damage. 30% damage share, the highest out of any AD carry, highest DPM, and needs to prove it here in this 3rd game of the series.
Here we go. Elder's been started. It's going to be a tough steal, remember, because of Kalista. Aki needs to do something he hasn't been able to do before. He goes all the way in. He's taking low. 2 people are put it out of the fight. And Leave is alone. Pops the ultimate, but it has to dodge out and ends up getting hit with the hostile takeover. 2 kills go over to Hope. And the final hope of NIP may have been extinguished as the Elder Dragon will be secured. Shanks is running at Doinby and pops him. Leave has to get over the wall, and they find PP God, and Leave is the only one standing. He's gonna need a classic miracle to make it happen. He's against the wall. He hops over. They're chasing him out of the base. Flandra, Shanks, Hope, take him down, and anyone's legend put the game away.
Tarzan's Poppy finally comes on through, knocks multiple members of NIP away, and is going to close out this series, silencing the fans in Shenzhen.
NIP, they hung around, they hung around, they hung around. And this time, anyone's legend.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
And some of their prowess. And when we talk about ThunderTalk, every time we want to say nice and positive things about this team, we're almost always looking at AD carry. We're like, okay, 1xN, my darling, baby boy, don't... let's get you a better team. We gonna get you out of this one. This is very fake.
Well up, but Karis throwing more rocks at him. He's getting quite low. They've had
another rock.
Slow to the play. The stun is there. Harris trying to make the play out. Nice splash there, and he finds the solo kill. But Saytab will trade it out.
Okay, first, that's...
clear out on this pink ward. Maybe he'll walk over toward that mid lane and clear out that other pink. We already see Karis moving around. Saytab gonna burn his ultimate here. We're gonna find Karis there, getting right on top of him. Nice melee range charm.
Nice.
As they are really going after Karis, and they're able to take him out. Zhao Hong Ren will fall to Monkey, but it is a second kill for Saytab.
I love that, though. That's really good. And Feather taking a hell of a lot of damage here. He's going to get out with his life. But as soon as they saw him duck into that brush, I mean, Xiao Hong Ren's in the area. Hell, just walk up on this guy. He is not a lot of walk here. I just hit level 6. Great punish coming in from Saytab and his new jungler for ThunderTalk. It's going to be the Dragon starting. You can already see that game plan that we talked about for WE, focusing so heavily around the mid lane.
Good stuff so far. Let's see if they're able to continue it. We really like to see Pantheon keep this sort of pressure up, and sure, while he's 0-2, he does have 2 assists to his ledger, so he is still doing positive things for his team. It just means that it is going to be up the same. Always a world where that could happen. See if they're actually able to do much. We are going to see if Pantheon will come down onto the top side. Feather 1xN make the play onto Cube. Will be a feats of warfare going over to ThunderTalk, and the ping's going down in the Grubs area.
I don't know if ThunderTalk easily cut off. ThunderTalk can even send it to try to stop 1xN in his ultimate.
Comes his Pantheon ultimate in the middle of everybody. Taeyun already had to shift away. Now he's got a cleanse too. They're looking to peel back. Bullet time coming out, but it's not doing a darn thing. Saytab manages to find the charm onto Karis. Zhao Hong Ren trying to stay alive over on the backside, but finally falls. Saytab, Karis still going at it, but Saytab has no dash charges left, and he really wants Karis, and he will not find him. A double kill for Monkey.
Wow, Monkey and Karis played, if you just look at their positioning in that fight, the way that they set up the fight, really excellent. And ThunderTalk feeling like they needed to go for something, but their backline is just completely stopped from walking in. Not only between the ult from Cars with the Weaver's Wall, but then just watching Monkey with the Crescent
with
Guard.
those grubs getting that privilege of being a full level up, and he's looking to continue that pace and really exert his pressure over the map. Satab is going to pop his ultimate once again as he's looking to win this 1v1, but he's going to find out real soon it ain't a 1v1 for much longer. Karis is still alive, and there is the seismic shove to buy enough time for Monkey to bail him out.
Satab, look at him, gets a little bit frustrated. He's like, God damn it, man. Every time I want to try to kill this guy, this jungler is in my lane. So, WE, they're going to use some of those grubs now. It's going to get at least a teleport in response, a bit of chip damage. And WE are feeling so good about their chances in this game right now. The Gwen only just barely up 300, but has had no influence in this game whatsoever. And ThunderTalk are starting to fall apart at the seams.
Team WE is just pulling them around wherever they want after Satab's hot start of going 2-0.
He's back?
Too much of an impact. Oh my goodness, they're going to make the play again. Karis with another good damage coming out. Still alive, he's on the wrong side of Hoya, but he does manage to survive, and the exhaust got burnt as well. Is another kill for this dynamic duo for Team WE.
Loki, but then it just falls apart in the mid game. Their setup around objectives have been really sloppy. Now we're getting this Herald start. Satab's on a flank.
All right, Hoya looking to get in. Satab, Vampire just dealing with everybody else on ThunderTalk over on the side. Monkey using the Crescent Guard. Satab goes in, goes out, chunks out Karis, but Vampire says, no, you will not escape from me. He does get to the Blast Cone. Here's the full time over on the other side. Taeyun trying to do what he can to 1xN.
That's no mana.
But the Ahri has gone down. Now it's a 4v4 as the health bars are getting very low. Monkey once in, gets to the back line. Xiao Hongren goes down. Feather is low too. Vampire trying to stun up Hoya to make sure that Karis stays alive. And Team WE roll over ThunderTalk.
Full on ace. One person dies in that entire fight from the side of WE. Onto Cars are able to force him out early. But he died in a side lane, and that has been a big problem for ThunderTalk, is being able to stay safe, win on sides, and Satab not necessarily getting caught out. So they summon the Herald in mid. They now use one ultimate for Pantheon to get him into top side, but they lost 2 turrets for this and didn't even get the kill on the Cube. So they'll put members in mid, they'll push on this wave, but Monkey's just going to sit on top of this dragon, and there's nothing that ThunderTalk can do right now but go back, farm their waves, and basically say, okay, let's hope in 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, we get to play the game again.
And what, you're really hanging your hat on Hoya for scaling here? I mean, you know, Gwen certainly does a lot when she gets these items and gets really fed, but 0, 2, and 1, very, very far away from that point, and especially...
And I love to see it. Monkey kind of rebuilding himself here in 2025, and that's the Otacon going over to WE.
Yeah, let's be honest. I think Monkey is the big reason why this team has surpassed the expectations that they've had in Group Ascent, these original expectations.
Got a dragon spawning in a minute and a half's time. That'll be Soul for WE.
Yeah, I mean, there's really just nothing that ThunderTalk are able to do. Let's see if they're able to do so. Hoya was able to pick up his second item, Asher's Tooth. He is going to teleport in. They're going to look for a flank play onto Karis here. They're trying to make a 5-man play, and he does get interrupted, and they are able to pick him off. Hold on, he's gone golden. Full time going to come through. Karis flashes over to the side, trying to make a play. Ends up going down, but they bought enough time for the rest of Team WE to show up, and ThunderTalk are on the wrong side of the tracks. Feather with a double knock-up coming through. Monkey trying to sustain. He gets exhausted. Satab off on the side, getting taken down by Taeyun. Hoya burns away. 1xN dies. That is an ace for Team WE.
Triple kills, Otacons exploding with the Thornbound passive and the Soul. WE looking to bounce back here in this game number 1. They were on a 4 losing streak after winning 5 series in a row, and it looks like they're going to try and break that tonight here against ThunderTalk.
Does this mean a new winning streak is in order, off battery? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they win out the rest of the regular season. Maybe they win out once
they're going to take Chemtech Soul, they're going to grab themselves the Baron, and now we should see how cleanly they can close out this game.
Judging by the last couple of fights, I imagine it'll be quite clean off battery, but we'll have to see if anybody's going to throw a wrench in the plans. Xiao Hongren throws a wrench into the plans, and he takes away the Baron.
All right, guys. You know what? I should have known. I should have just known. We have been bagging on ThunderTalk for too damn long in this series. We're only in game number 1. But, you know, at least Xiao Hongren steals the Baron. I am gonna be honest, Yanni. I think that might actually push us to Elder. Unless ThunderTalk die within the next 45 seconds, I think we're going to Elder.
You might be right, and all of a sudden, it becomes a burger flip. Xiao Hongren able to pillage once more.
1xN, I have to ask, why are we going LDR? Who has tank stats on this team?
Hongren, pick up the seismic shoves. Karis uses that weave as well, looking for a little bit extra damage. Hoya trying to hide, looking to do something here on Karis, but he gets stunned up, he gets knocked up, and he gets taken down. Vampire blocks the bullet time too, with the equalizer down for good measure, just to make sure that 1xN can't stay away.
If you thought it was hard enough, by the way, to try to kill Karis and the rest of his team, remember, when they have Chemtech Dragon, you have 25% free damage resistance and damage increase when you are below 50% HP. That is already hard enough. And then you look, he has a Leandri, so he has more HP. He has a Zhonya's and a Saris. This guy is unkillable at this point from the Taliyah, unless he makes a huge error coming out from them. And as we saw, Baron steal for ThunderTalk keeps them in the game for another 2.5 minutes. It's going to fall off in a little bit now. And while they're able to pick up some of these super minion waves, we are just going to Elder. We're seeing from WE, they're waiting to see if they can try to make a pick somewhere, really open up the game.
Oh, Seitab was just going to engage on. He's forced to flash away as he got taken below half HP. Siege is still on here on the top side. Seitab uses ultimate to get away from Monkey, but Monkey just sustains through everything. Doesn't take a lick of damage. Down goes the Alistar. Down goes the inhibitor. Seitab has to lick his wounds at the base of the fountain as this minion wave begins to push in. Hoya trying to do what he can to clear it out, to force Team WE away, to try to buy some extra time for ThunderTalk. Team WE will rotate down onto the bottom inhibitor turret, take that one out too, take out that inhibitor, pillage everything, and maybe just try to end the game here.
Maybe. They've got 3 grubs, they've got another minion wave in bottom lane. If they can't do it then, there's another mid wave coming.
Through this wall, Pantheon going to be targeted out, can't survive through all that. The first Nexus turret will fall. ThunderTalk has given up. Team WE roll over ThunderTalk here in game 1.
And they tried, you know, again, that early game from ThunderTalk gave us some hope.
I mean, remember this champion in Split 1 obviously was a giga busted because of lane swaps, but now has really, thankfully, in my opinion. Ushinami out of 1xN and Feather has not been very
And
clean.
now the jungler's here!
Here he comes! Vampire gonna get up there, land the root onto Feather. Flash forced out from Feather. Monkey and Taeyun will chase him down, and it's first blood for Monkey.
Like, what were we expecting?
Already called for the FF. I mean, it took 15 minutes and 20 seconds for game 1, but here in game 2, it looks like it might be a little bit quicker. Xiao Hongren trying to get in there. He will flash after Cube. So will Hoya. Cube, no flash left over, and the Wukong at least gets a kill. He does his Cassante camp.
Sure. I mean, Cassante is just going to be able to walk bottom lane and get ready. He's going to be level 5 by the time this happens. And look at this play in the mid.
Oh, man, that's MVP Vampire to you, baby. Seitab will flash away and will fall regardless.
All right, there's the FF, boys. I'm throwing it up.
Expect them to be able to pilot quite well, and it's just not working.
Oh, Hoya gets it.
Yeah, he's going to be pulled all the way over. Good damage coming out from Cube. And the flashless Hoya will be pulled back. Cube will finish him off and get the solo molo.
All right, well, at least it's some grass procs going over.
Does not land. There's the 1xM dash. Hoya going to try to big body his way in here.
All right.
Right now.
Way is behind. This is going to be the... Oh, they're just trying to make a play on a Seitab.
Oh, no, Seitab. They don't like you, bro. They said, no, listen, we have the better import. We're going to go right after Seitab, knock him up. Monkey should be able to take him out, and does so.
All right, well, 2 grubs going over to ThunderTalk, so that is pretty decent damage. Let's see how much Sion can get on this top side. Xiao Hongren's
matched by Karis, who now has that Rod of Ages. Just looks like maybe an opportunity to hot swap Hoya out of there. Monkey is going to hop over the wall. The Rune Prison is there. Nice dodge out. Seitab forced to flash away. Realm Warp means that Karis is going to be put right in a good spot, but under the turn, under the Aqua Force with the knockup. Oh, big mistake by the Rise as he goes down, and Feather gets credit for that one.
How does Xiaohong, in particular with just having the fact that there is a Rise, or sorry, that there is a Kai'Sa on the enemy team. Yeah, that recall still going through. And actually, picture-in-picture, Sion is just dead. All right. Okay, cool. I mean, this was really funny coming in from Karis. The fact that can TT stall out long enough to get access back to this massive team fight ultimate?
Look, it goes down. They immediately target out this Wukong, and he will fall. Hoya tries to break up the fight, but can't really do much of anything. Spiraling Despair doesn't land either, as Monkey will finish off the Dragon.
Well, that's a bit of a heartbreaker there. I mean, Karis getting the Realm Warp, kind of getting him out of position. He actually sends the Realm Warp bottom lane so he can pick up that wave, have access to it first. This is just WE not calling their shot. Yes, you don't have this ultimate, but I feel like Sion needs to find and engage first. Feather, if they're ever in a weird spot, you need to be able to find something with your ultimate. And now they're just going to be able to make this dive.
Yeah, Satan is just dead. There's not too much you can do. Yeah, sure. Monkey gets speared, but Aris is going to be the one to tank up the turret. The turret will fall. Oh, no. Hold on. The dogs end up dying. These were not minions, these were dogs.
Yep. They have more HP. They just tank up the turret a lot better. All right. WE, they try to force onto this bottom side. They did get the dragon, and they will get some damage onto these outer structures, tier 1s. ThunderTalk, don't ever pull the trigger. They never try to find out an advantage onto Team WE, and now they don't even get to bother to contest
by him where he Realm Warped into the turret, essentially. And we are going to see a fight over Rift Herald, and ThunderTalk are the first ones there. Let's see if Team WE can fight their way in. Okay,
Sion is just... Okay.
Going down, the bubble lands, as well as Spiraling Despair. Rift Herald is secured, and Monkey's going to go way deep, but fakes him out. Burns that Cyclone. Big Nami ultimate too, as well as Hoya knocking up too. Xiaohong Ren on the backside after getting all out, and his Cube is trying to do what he can. And Team WE, the rest of them are safe. Hoya's dead body looking to try to get some kills. It's burning a lot of flashes, but there's a turnaround. Karis
Taeyoon
finally getting in there. Big hook lands onto Satab as he goes down. Monkey now looking for the Wukong as he's going to run him down. Some monkey on monkey violence happening here as Wukong is able to flash away, but he goes and gets Monkey anyway. Taeyoon and Vampire, they see the low health bars. They're lusting after them, but they can't grab them.
Vampire just had one of the worst fights I think he's ever had, especially this season. Just missed Nautilus. Like, I want everybody a one fight and a much closer one here.
Yeah, it's classic Vampire. As Satab is dead. Again.
Well,
0-6-4.
Satab getting caught on a side lane.
Why not? They rip this thing very quickly. The Neferia, the Rise, going to get that one very easily. Xiaohong Ren going to ride this one into the turret, take that one out. Twitch chat showing up to the party. Yes, you are helping Team ThunderTalk make a bit of an impact in this game. Let's see if we get a second charge off. Second appearance of Twitch chat, perhaps. Hell yeah, there they go. And all of a sudden, Cube forced to stay sturdy. Vampire over the wall, waiting for some opportunity that won't not be the best.
I think ThunderTalk, you're not contesting this dragon, guys. We have so much Rage Blade, as well as already having a static shiv, so he is going to be so massive in these team fights. And look at this instant repositioning. Nice. Such a better spot coming on through for WE.
Nice, and that puts Cube on the weak side of the pincer, which is exactly where you want him. Starting to run out of room here. Hoya with a big knockup. Vampire taking a lot of damage, but the knockup's going to come out. Here we go. Vampire already going down. Xiaohong Ren looking for more knockups there, but Cube is face tanking everybody, but so is Hoya. Satab looking for a little bit of damage on the way out. Karis and Taeyoon relatively healthy, so is Monkey. After losing Vampire, they will give up the Dragon, so the stacking has been broken by ThunderTalk.
All right, over midwave. Yeah, who cares? Dragon doesn't care. It does not matter.
Yeah, they have the inside track. This is going to force action from WE. Karis going to try to get around to the side. It's only him. Karis, what are we doing? He goes golden. This is a really rough start to the fight. Monkey and Karis get out of there, but they're on the wrong side of the map right now. Vampire gets hit with a bubble. He's going to have to flash away. Cube trying to do what he can. Taeyoon gets to the backside.
Oh my god, Taeyoon!
Finds these priority targets. It's another LPL Kai'Sa experience. Triple kill for him. Xiaohong Ren, sure, you get the one kill on the backside, but Taeyoon saving WE in this fight.
Xiao Hongren find the steal. He has Smite, but it's complete Fog of War, and he steps back in. He's gonna get bursted out by this Kaisa.
Alright, he's playing carefully
he's
and
get out.
Like to just give it up. Yep.
Alright.
So it'll be
See them starting up the Baron. Look at where their Fury is. They have no idea that this Baron is going on.
Remember all that earlier vision that they picked up Bulk Battery. A shotgun Baron coming out for ThunderTalk. Teleport going to be used. Oh, they pull off of it for a little bit. Baron has not reset yet. Just allowing a little bit of time for Monkey to get there. They have not gone back onto the Baron. They let the Baron reset. Satab over on the side has gone golden, and you know he's going to go down. Karis is trying desperately to escape. Taeyun over on the front line takes quite a bit of damage. I cannot believe that they got a kill, and this Baron...
oh my God!
The Baron didn't fully reset. What the heck happened? They take the Baron anyway! And now Hoya is going to be the target, down to below half HP. Cube.
Look at the teleport! Oh my God, Karis!
Oh no! Oh, he's gonna do it again, but he just picked up his Zonia's the missed time on the bubble. Karis immediately gets out, immediately goes golden, and Team WE run over the rest of that fight. Hoya gets all out, and it feels like he's healing, but he can't heal that much. He will die, and Feather will be the only one to wear purple.
By hook or by crook, ThunderTalk are getting that Baron. In this series. Another Baron goes over. I think that they were just way too tanky from WE, and since none of them are focusing the Baron, Cube and the rest of the team are able to find themselves to keep this Baron still entangled. More turrets. I have not asked for a lot of you of this series, but if there's ever a time for you to be able to save your team, it has to be now.
I was able to dash away to make sure he doesn't immediately get blown up. Goes back in, secures the red first team. Monkey down to about half HP. Remember, there's still good damage on the side of ThunderTalk. Hook immediately lands onto Satab. He's got to go golden, but everybody on Team WE scatters, and it's going to be Vampire, the one who's getting picked up. Karis trying to do as much damage as he can. Monkey down to half HP, but can they buy time for the Dragon to actually be done? Taeyun is on the wrong side of the wall, just trying to land some of these W's through.
1xN, what are you doing?
Karis. And we get into the backside. There we go. A lot of damage coming down. Spiraling Despair. And Taeyun gets into the middle of the fight. And it's time to dance, baby. Big Aqua person, but Taeyun goes golden. Xiao Hongren trying to get away. And Taeyun just untouched pretty much throughout this fight, ripping the key members of ThunderTalk to pieces. Xiao Hongren goes back in, and sure, he kills Monkey. But Karis and Taeyun, the products from the LCK, reign supreme on the Rift, and they will take the Mountain Soul for Team WE.
Okay, Vampire says, look, I've had too many good games in a row. I got to throw in a stink. So he is going to do a lot of damage and be very difficult to take down here. A Mountain Soul on top of that, so if it was already difficult to kill
in the late game, especially in the
he is very good for Team WE. I will say that. I think our clutchest player still might be Jackie Love, might be Hope, depends on the game, but we'll see. Getting started up around this Baron. They now know that Vampire is on this side, so he's going to have to reconnect with the rest of his team. And I'm watching right now, Cube trying to muscle his way in. They still have this Karis ultimate.
There's Hoya. Hook does not land on anybody. Vampire gets rooted up, the calling as well. He's in big trouble. He's going to land the knockup onto Satab. Satab's going to go golden in the middle of the fight. Monkey taking a lot of damage, but Satab completely cut off, and he goes down, and they just can't chew through Cube. Now they're going to turn their sights onto Hoya, and Monkey's going to hop in, and they're going to take him out too. And Sion's dead body will just hit a couple of minions.
Well, look, they made the pick on a Vampire, but now you've lost two members. It'll be Baron going over to WE, and the backline is just... I don't know how else to say it, but useless, man. Like, 1xN does not deal damage. Satab is literally in the gutter right now on this wave. Almost 6,000 gold down at 37 minutes.
1xN cannot escape the dogs. The Hounds of Justice take him down as Monkey and the rest of Team WE are leaving the base in tatters. Karis is going to back, and he's going to TP right back in as the siege is on. Bubble onto Cube as well as Spiraling Despair, but it just doesn't do a damn thing at this point off battery. Hoya is the one who gets hooked. His ultimate's going to come through. The tidal wave does too. Xiao Hongren trying to get away as the first Nexus turret will fall. He's got to deal with Cube. They're going to get onto Vampire. Monkey is there. Taeyun's got more shields than damage actually being dealt to him. And that will do it. The second Nexus turret will fall. And Team WE complete a 2-0 sweep of ThunderTalk.
Now they go up to 6 and 10. They'll be able to maybe get one more kill. It's Hoya instead of Feather.